Realpolitiks 3, Earth and Beyond. This is the new demo that has been dropped on the Steam page for the new title from Jujubee. These guys just dropped this one because of the Steam Fest, and we're going to try it here. Welcome to try out that demo. Let's get on with it. Okay, let me read here the Steam page. Realpolitiks 3, Earth and Beyond in Steam Next Fest. The time has come to get a taste of ultimate power in this new title. Available for free as part of the Steam Next Fest, the demo will allow you to govern either Germany or Mexico, and you will have 5 in-game years to show off your cunning leadership skill in the new Extreme Overdrive mode. Good. Simple as that. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is Victus History and Wargaming. And if you are the usual guy, welcome back. You have already know that I have a small series about the original one that they released some time ago, the Realpolitiks 1, and here we have the new iteration on the family of grand strategy in the modern and actual times. So we have either Germany and Mexico, as we just heard about that in the Steam page. So we have the description. Germany is the largest European economy and thus far one of the biggest proponents of the Green Revolution. Mexico here, a strong country with a stable economy and military force capable of effective defense of its borders. Statistics, we have economic 9, diplomacy 9, 8 and 9 in these regards. Mexico, just to have a look at the comparison in between the two only available countries, we have a diplomacy of 7, military of 6, economic 5, and technological 5. Pretty weak in comparison, and it has a strength of 6 and 9 in comparison with Germany. Germany is part of the bloc of the European nations and the NATO, and these guys are the members of the bloc. Mexico, in the other hand, is part of the USMC agreement, and other members are United States and Canada. You have here system, Federal Parliamentary Republic. We can change it, basically. There's a lot of political systems here. Let's see, military junta, dictatorship, empire, absolute monarchy, elective monarchy, constitutional monarchy, theocracy, parliamentary republic, federal parliamentary republic, presidential republic, federal presidential republic, authoritarian republic, oligarchy, communist, fascism, corporatism, technocracy, and anarchy. Those are the available political system. What is the Federal Parliamentary Republic? A republican federation of states combined under a system where the executive branch remains in the hands of the parliament. Head of the states and head of the government can only be changed by elections or death. You can change the name. Actually, it's not available. It's grayed out. Choose on map. So basically you can go and click here, and on launch you're going to be able to choose whatever country you want. Here you can enter the country name, and then you're going to find it here. Over here we have the game mode, Overdrive. This is the only mode that we can select here because it's not possible to select other one. Every country starts with additional resources. Implementation and cooldown times are reduced. Difficulty, normal. The regular experience is that both players, including the AI, will not receive any modifiers. We have the option of Iron mode, which is copied from the Paradox games, and we can check this one, which is going to take out the blocks, but we're going to start with blocks because it's more accurate. Okay, so let's start with it. Here you can see that we can select our portrait. Okay, and then you have the name, surname. You can select either a man or a woman. These are the options that we have here. And then we have skin tones, which are the following here. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and accept this one. Okay, here we are. Let's see what is going to happen here. A new beginning. Greetings. You have risen to power. Will you guide to prosperity? Will you create an empire? Or will you be the scourge of this country and your name will forever be detested? We don't know because we only have five years in order to achieve something here. So let's get into it. Now, I'm going to pause here. The user interface is pretty similar from what we know. This looks basically, I can see that the icons are pretty much the same. We have the army, the navals, this is naval front lines. Here we have blocks. So here, this is the block of the European Union, and this is the block of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Actually, you can change the name. Okay, pretty similar. Let's see the UN. This is the diplomacy. We have Germany and all the situation here. We have a population of 72.6 million and the GDP of 3.9 million. Military power 25 system, Federal Parliamentary Republic, democratic power, and the name of our president over here. Very good. Let's see. Task tracker. This is the task tracker. Here we have the options. We can pause, we can play, we can make it faster. You can do it with the slider here. You can see how the things move faster here. Now let's pause here. If we click here, we can see, what is this? The head of state. This has to do with the head of state. Okay, this has to do with the head of state, and we have here ministries. Oh, this is interesting. We have the cabinet, the head of the government, the head of state, way of life, authority, liberalism. There you go. And the national heritage. If we would like to confirm making a mark, our nation begins in the road to new grades. This is going to cost us 100 destiny points, and that's it. But we don't have enough destiny points. Let's see, rare resources, energy resources, minerals, action points, and money. Good. Okay, so what is going to be the plan? Because we have 5 years. Let's have a look at the map, because that's important. Now, this is something interesting. If you zoom out, let me show you. I just show you, but I want to show you how you can zoom out, and then you go further, and then you see the planet Earth. And then you can also go further from here. Look at this. And then you see all the planets. Actually, you can select the moon, and then you can see the actual moon. I think that is possible to create. Oh, there you go. There's something here. It is possible to create something on the moon. I don't know what is this or this, but there are some bases here that we can use. Very interesting. Okay, the year is 2010. Okay, we're beginning the 2010. Okay, we have another, a lot of different buttons here. This is concerning the map, so we're going to go to the map. Let me go ahead and return to planet Earth. Now, by the way, I just double-clicked here. Let's go ahead and do double-click or zoom in. I think zoom in. Okay, there you go. Now, the good thing is that I have noticed that, for example, if we are here, for example, in Hawaii, let me see, and I zoom in, we're going to go straight into the actual area that is showing us here on the map. For example, if we want to return to Germany, we place ourselves here in the globe, and then we zoom in. And there you are. That's a nice detail. So we have the option here to do the political. Here we can see the political maps. This is the modern era, so there's nothing to explain here. Political blocks view. This is going to show you the blocks. For example, if I click our country, well, actually it's not showing our blocks. Then you have here technological blocks view. We have more here. We have social blocks. We have trade blocks. This is the trade block for the European Union. Military blocks view. This is which is this one? Let's see, military blocks. The North Atlantic Treaty. And over here we have mineral resources. It's kind of buggy. It lags a little bit if you put these views. Energy, rare resources. This is going to show all our armies, but that has to do if we are close, I think. So yeah, there we go. If I click here, then you see all the armies, and it's going to show us these portraits over here that represent the generals. That's what I believe. But an addition that I see is that the armies look very nice. As you can see here, we have a lot of war jets flying around here in Erfurt. We have these particles going here. We can see also trucks here. We see cities, and there are landmarks here. For example, we can see the Eiffel Tower. Over here, there's nothing of note. We see a tank here in United Kingdom. Now basically it's showing us all the actual commanders. The commanders that are on our control are these green ones. Let's have a look here. What do we got? This over here. We see that thing here. We see also the Colosseum. Let's see here if there's something else. We see Tunis here. This is Algeria, Morocco. By the way, here we see the Canary Islands. Look at this. We can see these sandstorms going over here. There's a lot of planes that represent the air traffic of the areas. Here we see soldiers here in Malta. Okay, non-aggression treaty offer. Ambassadors from our neighbor have made us an offer to sign a non-aggression pact to avoid any future hostilities and ensure peace between our nations. Okay, let me just pause here. Is it pause here? Sounds good. Okay, let's say sounds good. Relations +5 with Netherlands. We have non-aggression pact with Netherlands. Let's confirm that. Okay, that's okay. So let's continue here on the map. We can see actually if you click here, you're going to see the actual land, mountains and stuff, the terrain, what it's called. We can see here a lot of mountains here in the area of the Alps. It is clearly very, very, very well made. We can see here Greece. We see interesting stuff here. Landmarks from Greece. Over here we see the landmarks from, well, actually the cities start to change over here in the Muslim countries. Here we see another landmark over here. Let's go to Moscow. There you have. Let me click here so we don't see the actual commanders. This is the landmark for the area of Russia. Let's go and see here. This is the area of Israel and the Middle East. We see the soldiers there. The models of the soldiers are very good. We see different types of jets here. Let's see here in Egypt. We see a lot of flow of trade and stuff. The pyramids over here. Let's check Africa. Why not? Because there's sometimes we tend to overlook this area. So you can see that Africa is huge. Okay, now let's go to India. Let's see what we can see here. A lot of troops here, a lot of tanks over here. This area here is Afghanistan. Let's see the area of Afghanistan. Something that I see is that you cannot tilt the actual. You can just pan the map, but you cannot tilt it. Okay, let's go ahead and see China here. I'm pretty sure that you want to see China. There's a lot of things happening here in China. Look at these little ants here moving. Very interesting. Now let's go ahead and see Japan over here. Over here we have Japan. There are these differences in... You can see differences here on the map. Let's go ahead and see the Korean Peninsula. There you go. I'm curious about the area here in the north. Okay, now let's see Hawaii. Hawaii. Where's Hawaii? Oh, you want to see here? This is Sydney. Pretty interesting. This is Australia. Look at this. Okay. I'm trying to find Hawaii over here. Hawaii's over here. There you go. Okay, here we have Hawaii. Now let's go ahead here and see California. I can see that there are some clouds in here. We zoom in and we can see the state of California. You can go ahead and see all of the United States. Let's see here. There's a lot of cities. Now this thing resembles the one that you can see on Empire, if I'm not mistaken. I remember something, seeing churches like this in Empire. There you go. A lot of factories here. Let's continue here to New York. This is Florida. Now, actually, I want to see if there's the... Where's the... Statue of Liberty, not present. Here we see Canada. Over here. Okay. Now let's see Cuba. And this is Puerto Rico. Okay, let's continue here. City of Mexico. Now, something that I thought it would be present here, for example, the Golden Gate, or I think the Statue of Liberty Should have been nice to see it here as a landmark. Should we see something here in the area of Utah, Las Vegas here? Let's continue here down into Central America. Now this area should be a little bit more kinda full of forests. Okay, here we have Central America. We go down to Panama. Do we have the canal here? It's not represented. Here we have Colombia, Venezuela, and Brazil, the huge Brazil. This is the actual Amazons. That's how it looks like here. Not too much of a forest here. Now let's see. Oh, there you are. This is a landmark here in Rio de Janeiro, and down here in Argentina. And here we have the Antarctica. Good. I think we have covered most of the geographical areas. I think we haven't seen too much here, but we're going to basically continue on playing. We are in... This is the month. Let me see. Let's move faster. This is the month, so we are in July. Okay, we're in July. Let's see what we can do. Let's begin here. Parliament. Constitution. The system. Let's talk with... Let me see. We are the blocks. These are the blocks view. Let me see, trade blocks and the military blocks. Okay, gonna talk with Switzerland and Austria first. Let me go ahead and do treaties. We're going to do a non-aggression treaty. We can boost with destiny here. Well, actually, it's not doing anything here. So I would like to do to confirm, but we need to increase the relations. Yeah, so we need to increase the relations to be able to do that treaties. Non-aggression, confirm with Austria. Let's do cooperation, relations, improve relations, confirm. And also I would like to improve relations with Portugal and Ireland. Okay, let's go here. Relations, improve relations, confirm relations, and improve relations with those guys. What do we have here? Actions in implement. Improve relations with Portugal. These are the actions that we're doing. Okay. So we have a new event here. Last will. A wealthy individual born and raised in our country before relocating abroad in his youth has passed away. Curiously enough, feeling a sentimental connection with his homeland, he decided to leave a large chunk of his fortune to our nation in his last will. He explicitly wished the money to be used for renovating the old buildings that he remembered back in their glory decades ago. Will we fulfill the last wish of a good patriot? Yeah, we will adhere to his... Well, actually, you can click here. I was thinking about seeing a tooltip, but now I understand that if you click the actual option, you see here what is going to happen. If we adhere to his will, we gain HDI plus 10. It says 150, which is this one. And if we do that as well, we gain 1,000 money per province, 12,000 K. But if we say that we were to use this money where we need it more, we're going to gain 7,000 per province, 84,000 money. But inflation is going to increase. Actually, the money now, we have a lot, so I think we're going to go for this one because this increases the HDI. Let's remember in the previous title, the Realpolitiks 1, HDI allows to do research and stuff, so I'm going to confirm this one. Okay, war possibilities. We have possibilities with Poland, with Netherlands, Luxembourg, France. Now that it says Luxembourg, we need to do something with them in terms of non-aggression pact and stuff. We're going to try to get the best relations all over the place, and we don't want to get into any war. Okay, so let's talk about Denmark, Switzerland, and Belgium as well, and the Czech Republic. So we have Denmark here. Let's perhaps go and let's say if we can do a non-aggression treaty, confirm. Let's confirm a treaty with, this is Netherlands. Non-aggression with them. I'm gonna do a non-aggression with, well, actually, I'm doing this just because they are our neighbors. And then we have Luxembourg here. Non-aggression with Luxembourg. Non-aggression with Switzerland because we just increased the actual, it's because we're increasing the relations here, it says here. And it has this circle that is moving, the actual bar. Okay, Austria, treaties, non-aggression. We already have a non-aggression with them, I think. And the Czech Republic. There we go. So we have a non-aggression with all the neighboring areas. I think this one is left. Okay, there you are. For example, if we want to see, let's see, society views. What is this? It's just changing the color. It's not telling me anything. We can see here that it says, well, it is going to give you statistics about the population depending on the actual area inside the country that you click, as you can see here. Okay, so let's go ahead and see here. Spies, so we have spies here, and relations. Let's click Germany. Okay, let's see political, province actions, campaigns, special events, popular musical festival. Okay, organization of major pop musical festivals. This is going to be decreasing the unrest. Okay, let's do it. Just for fun. Social status. We're going to go for residents. Look at this. We can do purges or seizure of property. And in terms of economy, we can do in society, lockdowns, anti-inflation shield, duty-free zone. Where's this one? Increases the population and unemployment growth. What about the unemployment at this point? Let me go ahead and see what is happening here in terms of the statistics here. Now, but this is talking about Bremen. It's not talking about the entire country. So let's see, the entire country should be, we're going to check right now the projects because that's something that it's interesting here. Society, economy, politics, economy, buildings. Let's check the buildings here. We can do air bases, social, for example, city halls, and we can do, well, actually we don't have the technology researched for space and technology. Here in Berlin, you can see the actual buildings that we have, and if I click the airbase, it's showing me a picture of the airbase. We can destroy it or disable, which we're not going to do. We can also build a bank. Oh, there's the other things: social buildings, military buildings, space buildings. It says that we cannot build a space telescope because there are no party votes to build the space telescope. We're going to go for high-speed rail. This is in Berlin. It's going to cost us 30k and 1,500 minerals. We have plenty of resources here, as you can see. It's not a bad country. Pretty nice. So we can do it. It increases the trade, it increases a lot of things. So we're going to, oh, it says replace. Why? Because we already have one? Basically, no. I think here, if you click here, invest the province to unlock a new building slot. We can unlock building slots like this by paying money and action points also. Okay, so we can confirm and we can build this one, construct, and also I want to construct a bank. A bank is an institution that deals in money, and it substitutes and provides other money-related services. Its role as a financial intermediary, a bank accepts deposits and make loans. Okay, it's going to decrease the debt, bond gains plus 8%, a lot of things of unemployment. This is the maintenance. Where are the maintenance here? Manpower. We are here trying to see all the resources and stuff that we can deal with here. Let's do it a little bit faster because the time is moving very slow, I think. Okay, again, building maintenance. Never mind, I'm just going to construct this. I'm just going to develop the area of Berlin. So that's the way you unlock more things like that. Okay, what else here? Okay. These are the factors that are decreasing. Okay, let's just read this. Just a prank. The head of state has fallen victim to a prank organized by a media outlet, causing a stir in the political landscape. As part of the prank, the media successfully orchestrated a scam joke that targeted the head of state, leading to public embarrassment and the need of damage control. Okay, we can do a lot of things here. Transparency and humor. Decrease the unrest. I don't think we have unrest. Okay. Most of these two are going to increase unrest because implement stricter security is going to increase the unrest, but increase the personal control. It has the same mechanics as the original one. We would like use the opportunity to raise awareness about the prevalence of scams and hoaxes in the media. This is what we're going to do because we're not aiming to get anything that is personal control or conservatism. So let's just do. We're going to lose a lot of AP here. I'm a little bit confused on where are Okay, never mind. I'm going to do this. I'm going to reduce the AP. Actually, here we see, if I click the flag, we have economy. This is the whole economy of the country. So we have action points. I will assume that these are the whole action points that we have. Okay. Or this one here. Okay, we have plenty of them. And yeah, so we were trying to find this screen. We have here all the money, financial policies. We can increase the taxes, as you can see. I'm gonna go for high taxes. And army expenses are going to be reduced. Actually, no, we're going to maintain that on medium. And bureaucracy is going to be maintained in medium. We have this debt. Okay. Let's see, action points. I remember the action points are used for different situations with other countries. These are the mineral resources and all the information about it. Okay. It has army maintenance and energy resources and rare resources. We have all the information here. Now let's go ahead and see. What about this? This is the military manager, overview and recruitment. Here we can recruit troops. We can buy them. We can, for example, select them, train them. So, for example, these are the submarines, destroyers, corvettes. We can recruit generals here, officers, as they are called here. There are no active officers. So I think we could recruit some of them on the Navy. We have an active officer in here. Non-aggression treaty offer. Ambassadors from our neighbors have... Which neighbor is this? It's not saying me. Belgium. Okay. Let's do it faster because we're not moving too fast here. Okay, let's see. Active officers. These are the active officers for the land. One active officer for the aviation. We don't have anything here. We're going to check that in a few moments. Then we have buildings. All the buildings here. This is the building browser. Eventually. Okay, politics. This is how the politic is doing. This is just to see and control the politics. This is how the economy is doing. Falling army recruitment. Our army is starting to run out of volunteers. Officers are warning us that we may soon not have the numbers to stage any kind of war. We'll have to make do. We'll have to make do. Okay, run a promotional campaign. Or rise our conscription law. Well, let's do a promotional campaign. It's going to reduce the action points. So as I was saying here, let me just click here because I want to see the political map. This is the debt. This is the public debt. I think we have the option here to 2-year bonds. We can issue 2-year bonds, and these are going to be the interest for them, or pay loan. This is the option that I was trying to find. With Realpolitiks 1, you have the opportunity to pay the loan. But wait, I'm not able to pay more than this. Okay, let's just confirm. And that was the money that I had in the actual treasury, I think. An ally asked for financial support. One of our allies is asking for financial support, which is... Wait a second, what is this? 32. All the allies on the European Union, I believe. Or the client. Okay, let's confirm. But wait, the money is this one, right? We have an income of 339k and expenses of 233k. Okay, let's move the time faster. Let's see when the month ends. Just zoom in to get a little bit of a view of the situation. Okay, the month ends and we get the money. Okay, pretty good. We're doing very good. So it's from 2010 to 2015. Let's continue here seeing the society. We have 58 immigration. These are the factors. The Democratic Party is influencing that situation. We have external migration freedom. We can change different policies here. Okay. Social groups. What is this? Polish residents promote to citizens, degrade to immigrants. Oh, this is interesting because they are part of the European Union, and it is interesting that you can even degrade to immigrants. Citizens, Germans. Okay. Japanese. Well, actually, these are called residents. Immigrants are Turkish, Russian, all of these guys. I'm not going to read all of them, but those are considered immigrants. Okay. Okay, good. Then we have here colonization. I'm not interested in that at the moment. And the projects, yeah. I talked about doing projects, so let's go and see infrastructure. Actually, there you go. We could do national water companies. These make sure that access to water is controlled by your state, so that one of the basic human needs is not a subject of market manipulation, which we can boost it with destiny. So it's going to reduce the time if we use, for example, all the destiny that we have. Very interesting. We're not going to do that. We're simply going to go for national water companies, just because I want to enact one of these researches. 31 days to do that. We have plenty of things here. For example, energy sector regulation introduces strict regulations for energy production sector. Also, we can disable them, as we know, because that was possible. Again, we can cancel it, actually not disable. That was possible. Wait a second. This is the one that we can disable. So we have to disable the one that is beneath in order to go through the actual tree up until the point that we disabled the first one. We cannot do this because this one, as it says here, we don't have parliamentary votes, Democratic Party, so on and so forth. Okay, let's see. Superstar. An internationally renowned music superstar is about to perform a huge concert in our country. Now this raises the matter of special preparations such as security, accommodation, and others. Also, it may be beneficial for members of the government if they were to be seen in the light of flashes, shaking hands with our little superstar. Photo sessions and all of that is going to increase the party ideology, but the unrest is going to be very, very high. Maybe a selfie with a few guys, which will decrease unrest, and it's going to be not so good for the party ideology. And let's not go crazy simply not doing anything, and it's going to reduce unrest dramatically. So basically what we're going to do is this one, maybe a selfie with a few guys, but do not overdo it. Let's see. buildings. Okay, we were here in projects here. Okay, NGO, nothing. These are the buildings, and this is the task manager. Construct an embassy. The Democratic Party, these are the tasks. I think they are finding here also. Here. Construct an embassy. So we need to spread democracy, and this could be a good opportunity to improve our relations. So we need to construct buildings, embassy complex. So we will have a reward of party relations in the Democratic Party plus 15 in the next 365 years. Also, we have all other tasks here. We're going to do this one: Conservative Party, restore religious values. We have Monarchist Party. This is the Democratic Party. So yeah, if we see here, President Melbourne Herod. This is, I think this is the tree that concerns this guy by itself. National supremacist that believes in superiority of the national above all others. Missing requirements, it says here, but it's not telling me which requirements are those that are missing. Okay. He is live and let live, and salesman. Making a mark. We need 100 destiny points for this, and we already know that we don't have enough. Way of life, liberalism, authority. This is this is the government. So we have authority. 76 destiny, authoritarian way of life. This is the army. We have 25 units and 5 officers and a strength of 526. Okay. This is stock market, but we need a stock market. That's the reason we cannot click here. Here we have the blocks. Okay, the block has a leader. We have integrators here. A sneaky opportunity. An ambassador who is not particularly favorable of us gets in the way of our good relations. It would be much easier to communicate with our neighbors if we could get rid of him. Here's an idea. How about stealing his briefcase when he's at a party and then filling it with some questionable papers that would ruin his reputation and force us to remove him from the position? If we do that, we increase personal control, and the relations with Romania will increase, and will decrease the relations with this country here. Okay, let's do it. Now, economic equality program. Investment in reducing economic disparities among members. These are the European nation members. I think this is going to be good, so I'm going to confirm this. Well, a lot of days to do that. Also, we can do the personal union pacts, unlock technologies, stuff like that. We can abandon, and so on and so forth. Other countries will do this. Okay, let's see the NATO. Nothing but. Where's the UN? I remember that there was the UN thing. This is the unrest. Well, what is this? It's a sad face emoji here. 41 unrest. Okay, so now I have found the unrest. Ah, actually, it's not the regions. Berlin. Wait a second. Is that the unrest, the overall unrest, or just for one single place? Because, But wait, what about the UN? Where's the UN? Well, let's continue here, seeing what we can do. Mass protest against nuclear policy. The protests against our nuclear policy have turned quite violent. We must address the situation, crack down the protesters, which will increase the unrest, or the unrest is going to be reduced -5 if we are a bit trigger happy. Yeah, we're not giving up the toys because we're part of the NATO. Well, why would we? This is okay. Unrest plus 10. Good. If we see, let's remember where's the. Let's remember that we have to do the embassy as well. This is the. There's a high risk of rebellion, apparently here. There's a lot of places that are high risk of rebellion. Oh, this is the number that is going up. Yeah. Huh. This is because of labor rights, state security doctrine. Okay, up to this point, I think the weather changed, and that was the reason the thing just lagged. No, it's lagging terribly here. These are the nuclear weapons, nuclear arsenal. Oh, we have DEFCON here. This is interesting. That's nice. Okay, 2013. Let's see what happens. Okay, arrival demands non-aggression pact. This is... Okay, let's do non-aggression pact or whatever. I have discovered that definitely you can decrease the actual public order. A new friendship, a diplomatic delegate from abroad arrived with warm words and a formal proposal of deep bonds. Welcome them. Now, I see that it's lacking the ability for me to, for example, I don't know the whole flags of the entire planet, so there are people that don't know all the flags also. And I can see that, for example, right now I want to see which country is this one. And there's no tooltip here. So that's something that I see that is lacking here. So we're going to confirm everything that is positive is going to be accepted. And I just found out that apartment blocks, they do unrest. They decrease the unrest of the region. Let's see. I don't know. I thought there was a view for the unrest. We have the intelligence thing. Establish the espionage agency, diplomatic department, no spies, so we can attach spies in here. Military intelligence and hybrid intelligence, so we can hire spies here. We have a new spy here and hire another one here. Okay, that's good to know. And that is found in here. Military support from Croatia. And okay, military support, but Croatia, is Croatia in any sort of danger or something? Because I can see just the minerals and stuff. Okay, I know that, but where's the indication that this country is at war with other country? That's something that I don't get it. Okay, so we just had a crash. Never mind. You can see that we are back in 2010. We were very near to 2015. That was the year that everything was to stop. It's time for me to give you my point of view and what I think. Well, first of all, I believe that the game is not bad. Obviously, it needs a little bit of polish. It's a little bit rough in the edges. Obviously, there are some things that need to be addressed because, for example, I'm going to readdress the actual thing that I mentioned before. There's no way to know which country is the one that is doing the actual interaction with you. So it would be nice to have a tooltip that says, for example, like this, because if you hover here, you see influence. If you hover here, you see influence, and it tells you a little bit about the situation. If you click here and you see the actual war, economy, and stuff, you're going to see the overall situation in terms of mineral, energy, rare resources, action points, and money. And then diplomacy as well is going to show you an overall situation of your own country. For example, here you can see the pacts, the details. Okay, another thing that I have to say concerning the fact that I didn't know how to find the actual overall understanding of the country, and is here. You just click here, the flag, and then you can see the overview of the country. You can see the GDP, population, so on and so forth. You can see the leader. You can see diplomacy, pacts, enemies, and wars. The game needs a lot of optimization in terms of the actual velocities here, because I can see that if I start to crank up the velocities here, even though at the beginning everything starts to work well, when the game starts to get a lot of the calculations done, and as far as the game goes on and on, the whole situation starts to lag. So there's a little bit of a problem in terms of optimization. The developers need to think about how they are going to optimize. Most importantly, the actual speed of the actual time. This thing has a lot of problems. I am not saying that it's easy, because I know that there's a lot of calculations happening, and even Paradox games have this problem, but I have a pretty powerful rig, and this thing, if I crank this up, it was basically the reason this thing crashed. Apart from that, I think that the graphics are a complete leap from the other iterations. We have small armies, soldiers, and jets over there. We can see tanks and we can see trucks, which is pretty nice. We can send an order to these guys and they're going to move. You can send an order to the soldier and the soldier is going to move. If you take the soldier and you send the order to move over here, let me show you. Obviously, this thing is going to move in Poland, because Poland is part of the actual NATO. But for example, if you want to send it to Belarus, this guy is going to refuse. So this guy is not going to move to Belarus if you want to move it there. Apart from that, I think the map looks pretty nice. It's not bad. I think that the white borders are something that I don't like, but overall it looks good. It, as I just mentioned, it has pretty nice icons that we can recognize from other Realpolitiks. And this is something good, because I think this is going to give ease of understanding. It's going to be easier to understand. That's something that I believe with this. And it's kind of cool, the fact that when you hover over the actual troops here, you can see the actual generals. This was tryout out demo. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. This was Victus. See you in the next one.